Welcome back to Sports Scholars. Alright, Maddie.
Let's go,
You know
buddy.
what day it is? You know what day of the week it is?
My favorite day of the week.
My favorite day of the week, man. We are looking at some pretty cool games today. Welcome to
Good
Sports
start to the
Scholars.
day. Good start to the day.
How's that for a wake me up?
Oh, man.
I just had a wedding last night to attend, so
Yeah, it was a great time, and
I'm gonna get some coffee in you and make sure that your head's clear because we gotta be maybe making some picks here.
oh, it's clear, and it's time to make some money.
Rock and roll.
How about that Monday nighter? It was good, eh? Or
Yeah.
sorry, Thursday nighter.
Yeah, pretty good.
Except for Tua. Poor Tua, man.
Yeah, I know it, and it kind of when Tua went down, it kind of ruined both my tickets. We didn't really do well. I had Tua and I had Hill. I think Hill hit everything.
I got 5 of 6 props.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase screwed me with 2 less catches. I needed 2 catches from Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I think I need 2 catches from Jamar Chase and Tua to go over. So.
Yeah.
Not too bad. I mean, I feel like if Tua was in that game, a little bit more passing yards, probably 2 more catches for Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
This is the thing with injuries is that they kind of fuck the whole game up.
Success rate, though, for our props from last week, we haven't calculated them all together yet, but we will, and we'll put those out. But I think we killed it again this week, man, with the props.
Yeah, I mean, we're just...
And hunch picks?
So far, so good. I mean, we seem to just be rolling around here with the winnings. I read an interesting article over
This
the
is
weekend,
interesting, actually.
and it was some of the best bettors in the world cannot ask for anything more than around a 55% win ratio in betting odds. And Matt and I come pretty close to that 55%. So
We hover around the 50%.
we're probably around that elite mark that you're going to be looking for. Also, some interesting news kind of coming in. We got hockey on the way. We got
So excited.
basketball on the way. This is going to be a busy month, guys.
It's a great time of the year, man. You
sports,
got
man.
all the
Just
sports.
saying, it's all the sports going. It's going to put a lot of pressure, a lot of time on us. So just be easy on us. We're going to obviously do a hockey draft. I'm going to do a basketball draft. This is all going to be for some money leagues and stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
So we're going to be taking it seriously.
But this is what we love. We're just shooting the shit about sports, bro.
But it's going to be good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
it's gonna be lots of fun,
man. Let's see.
Let's get her going,
Let's
buddy.
get it going, guys, because we don't have too much time, and then we're also going to wrap up a previews for the nightcap games. We're not going to leave you guys hanging on that. And just kind of let you know what's going on.
So currently there's a game going on right now, Vikings and Saints. So maybe you guys woke up early enough, you remembered, maybe got some picks in. It looks like a pretty tight game so far.
Yeah, I know, and I managed to get some looking at some picks on what to do in that game, and it was pretty good. Not too bad so far. So good. I think Kirk Cousins, did he leave the game with an injury? I'm not sure, just because the game was on there in the background. But I see some right guys had a pass attempt, and that's not.
That's a wide receiver, though, not a quarterback.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, because that was not going to. No, that's the punter.
Oh, it's the punter. Oh, man.
Oh, okay. Holy shit.
That's funny.
That's okay. So I was worried there for a second. I was like, who's this right guy? I don't think they're putting the punter in at quarterback.
No Kamara today. That's a kind of a boring game.
No Kamara, a little bit boring. It would be nice to see Olave get some more catches there.
What's our first game today, brother?
So first game today, let's go with Cleveland, Atlanta.
Right. Okay. So I think these are kind of 2 mirroring teams in a way. They both are run-heavy teams, right?
Yeah.
Run first, bad quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Who do you give the edge to? Like, what are you taking for props in this one, buddy?
I only have 3 for this one here because I would probably just parlay these 3 picks with
I
different
probably
ones.
have the same ones as you.
I have Pitts over receiving yards.
Oh, okay.
Back to dwell on Pitts.
Yeah.
Obviously love my boy Pitts.
Yeah.
Drake London. I know Drake London could be the guy instead of Pitts to get that yardage.
No Garrett, no Clowney today.
Yeah, I think Pitts would be fine. I think Amari Cooper over 61.5 and Amari Cooper over 4.5 receptions.
Nice. I took I took the Safi approach on Cooper this week. I took over 4.5 receptions, over 59.5 receiving yards.
59.5.
Oh, did you get him at less?
I got him at 61.5.
I got him early then at 59.5.
Well, what is he sitting at right now? And this is why, guys, it's like
you always
we give our hunch picks, but sometimes you got to be looking. He's at 60.5 right now.
Okay.
So do I gain a yard on him? 4.5. Yeah, but yeah, it's around in and around that area. I mean, it does make a huge difference there, guys. So sometimes you gotta really be on it and just check on that stuff.
Yeah. I also went a little ballsy in this one. I went Chubb over 91.5 rushing yards and a Chubb anytime touchdown in this game.
Holy crap. Okay, I did not go for that.
Those are my picks.
So,
just 4 props for me in that game. It's a nice little payout.
I think Chubb over 90s, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna grind him.
He has to. Yeah.
Nice. That's not bad.
Yeah, brother.
Next game on slot. This one's going to be just a shit show. We got the Giants versus the Bears. Can you find any two worst quarterbacks in the NFL right now?
Oh my god.
I don't think so.
There's like a part of me that almost was like, you know what? Maybe this is the game that Fields gets over 13.5 completions. And I'm like, I'm not going to that well anymore.
So I am going to the well for Fields. I think this is the game.
I knew it.
I think this is the game he has to.
Oh, man.
He has to.
He has to, man.
13.5 completions, guys. Like, that is embarrassing. Like, if he gets 4 completions in the first quarter, then he's on pace to go over 13.5 completions. I also went over on his passing yards, which is 147.5 yards.
Isn't that embarrassing?
Like, are you kidding me?
Is it going to be 100 someday?
Are you kidding me? He has to go versus the Giants. They're banged up.
Yeah, man.
They don't have a great defense. I went Khalil Herbert over 74.5 rushing yards.
Yeah.
I think he's at 75.5 right now.
Yeah, guys, no Montgomery this game, so Khalil Herbert is definitely a huge smash in this one.
And Saquon Barkley over rushing yards as well, just because he's looking back to his normal self. It's creeping up there with his rushing yards. 80.
Was it 80 last I checked?
80, but it's creeping up there. But like, it's Barkley, guys, he's on pace to kind of clips that century mark,
Yeah.
every time he hits the field. So that's what I would do for that one there. Justin Fields, obviously, that's just like if this guy doesn't hit that this week and he hits something like 10 completions, 7 completions, I don't know what to say other than he shouldn't be in the NFL.
Yeah.
Maybe in the NFL, but he's got to be a bit in a backup role. Mm-hmm. It's just not good enough, man. So that's what I'm thinking.
I love those picks.
What are you thinking for that one?
I went a little more ballsy.
Okay.
Giants don't have anybody, literally nobody to throw to. Tony's out, Wandale's out, Shepard's out for the year. They literally have...
Holy shit. Give me a second. 2-yard touchdown by the Saints. They're now beating the Vikings.
That's huge.
Sorry to interrupt there, Matt.
No, it's all good.
Another catch by
live updates from the Saf Master. Let's go.
Okay, but you go ahead there. Perfect.
So, I have Richie James. He's a PPR machine right now.
Sure.
Over 3.5 receptions.
Yeah, that's good.
They have nobody else to throw to. I have Barkley over 3.5 receptions. I have Herbert over 75.5 rushing yards. I have Herbert over 16.5 rushing attempts.
Very nice.
I have... Guys, I'm 5 for 6 when it comes to calling field goal games.
Oh my god.
I'm going over 2.5 field goals. And my last one...
That's not bad, actually, for this game.
Yes. And my last one, I'm going over 4.5 sacks in the game.
That's really, really, really good.
4.5. Most of the games are 5.5.
Ooh, you know what? I'm thinking.
That's my ticket, bro, for that game. I'm feeling pretty good about that one, actually. Really good, because Fields gets sacked all the time. Worst offensive line in the league. Daniel Jones gets sacked a lot. I don't think this is a bad call.
I don't think that's a bad call at all. I might take Matt up on either the sacks or the Richie PPR. Let's see the Richie PPR. Richie James 44.5. What did you get him at?
3.5.
3.5.
He's averaging 4 catches every game this season.
Yeah.
And they have nobody else to throw to.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I'm actually gonna take Matt up on either the Richie James or the sacks.
Yes, sir.
You know.
Yep, I think those are good picks for today.
Yeah. Now let's move on to the next one. We're looking at Pittsburgh Jets.
Pittsburgh and the Jets. The MILF Slayer himself, Zach Wilson, making his triumphant return. Are we getting last year's brutal Zach Wilson, who can't throw to his receivers?
Yeah, you're going to get some form of that. You're
We'll
going to get
see.
some form of that. I'm not betting on any of the Jets receivers today.
Yeah.
You just don't know where this guy's going. You don't know if it's going to be Garrett Wilson. I think Flacco's a more accomplished,
I think so too.
better quarterback than Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
And say that confidently. I think Flacco, man, people hate on Flacco. He's not the best quarterback in the world, but after seeing what I'm seeing from Fields, after seeing what I'm seeing from, Zach Wilson, after seeing what I'm seeing from guys like, Daniel Jones sometimes, that guy is, Geno Smith. Flacco can pass the fucking ball, man.
Yeah.
Guy's a quarterback.
Yeah.
Knows how to command a team, does well. I don't think Zach Wilson's there yet. But he set at a very juicy 18.5 pass completions. And I am going to hit on that. And the reason why I'm going to hit on that is because you got Elijah Moore, you got Garrett Wilson, you got a game that's probably they're going to need to pass on. You've got Michael Carter, Breece Hall. Everything about that offense is chip passes, and it's completions, guys. They just need to catch the ball. They can go for 2 yards. They just need to catch the ball. I don't think they're going to ground and pound on the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that's why I am going to hit Zach Wilson over on the 18.5 pass completions. I think that's a very conservative number for him.
Now, I would just like to add that the weather is supposed to be bad in Pittsburgh.
Okay, yeah.
That's a factor, right?
Ooh, so that might change my 2.5 field goals in this one. I have 2.5 field goals over on this one here. Rain, wind speed 14 miles per hour. Yeah.
That one might be a tough one.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to
ixnay that one.
Ixnay that one there.
This could be a sloppy game then.
Yeah, sloppy game. I still think he goes over the pass completions. I'm not going to do the field goals anymore. Didn't take that right off. I do think Deontay Johnson might go over 65.5 receiving yards and 5.5 receptions.
Nice.
And I do like Najee Harris and ground and pound over 66.5 rushing yards.
I love that.
Nice. That's what we're looking at right now. What do you think? What do you got for that one, Matt?
If I were to bet, I would probably take Deontay Johnson, same as you, and I'd probably go with Najee. Those are the safe picks in this one.
Yeah.
I think this is the last week for Trubisky, man.
Yeah.
And then I think Pickett comes in, and then I think the value of guys like Pickens goes up.
Yes, I agree. I think if Trubisky loses this game, I think this is the last game that he starts for the Steelers. And I think they might very well lose. So much fun today, guys. Football. I hope you guys are having a great day. Like, this is going to be so much fucking fun, Matt. I wish you can stick around all day and we can just get some pizza and go to the gym and have a nice little bro day. Maybe have a couple pints. But this guy needs a fucking seizure, man. We're going to get him a hair of the dog, right, today?
Yeah.
Get him going?
That's right.
All right. Next one on the docket, we got Jacksonville Eagles.
I'm so excited for this game, guys. I'm going to be watching this one for sure.
Wait me a second here. Okay, just double checking to make sure
We're
Matt's
good.
mic was working. I didn't even check.
Oh, yeah, that'd be scary.
Okay. This one's a nice and easy one. I got Christian Kirk over 60.5 receiving yards.
So even with Zay Jones out, you're still going to the well on Christian Kirk?
Yeah, I think they're paying him the money. They're going to put the ball his way, and that's why I'm doubling up on him, actually. I'm going 5.5 receptions over.
Ooh. I like it. The
Back to
PPR.
the well on A.J. Brown, 71.5 receiving yards. This guy's a big play-making machine. And then I'm going to double up both quarterbacks over their passing projection. 44.5 on Jalen Hurts, 226.5 passing yards from Lawrence.
Damn.
Hey, what's going on, Giphy? Cool? We're doing all right. Nice emoji there. I don't know if anyone else can see it, but I see a little cat.
Thanks for tuning in, Giphy. We appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Love the support.
Yeah, man.
Let's go.
We're giving our picks right now, so the games start in about an hour, the 1 o'clock games.
We'll get them out with half an hour so people have time to
Yeah,
put
we're
their
going to
picks
bang
in.
it out, and then we're going to put it on YouTube.
Absolutely.
I like Trevor Lawrence, his growth that I'm seeing from him.
Me too.
226.5 passing yards. I think he can easily get that. I know the Eagles are really good. I know Darius Slay loves to slay those wide receivers, and they don't do very well. He might be matched up against Christian Kirk. What's our YouTube? It's Sports Scholars. So if you go to YouTube, guys, it's going to be Sports Scholars. We're just in the midst of actually getting our branding completed. We've hired a graphics designing company. We've tried to keep it local, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
So we're just in the midst of cleaning up our final kind of designs. You might see a couple different logos flying around while we mix it up and see which one we like it best. But you can find us on Twitter at Sports Scholars 7. And you can find us on YouTube at Sports Scholars. And you'll find all of our picks. You'll find, try to do timestamps of all the games.
Yep.
You can go back and check to see if we were right or wrong. There's some really interesting ones there where we were bang on.
That's right,
Miami, Baltimore games.
Yep.
The ones where we've won money, where we've won tickets.
And we give fantasy advice too.
We give fantasy advice too, and we do all major North American sports.
Absolutely.
So what's really cool about us is that you can go to the, people out there like fantasy footballers, they do their own thing. Thanks, bro. I really appreciate that. Yeah, that's awesome. And we're actually going to be doing some parlays between like different sports too. Usually just off small bankrolls. We take things like $100 buy-in a year, and we get people up to like $5,000-$6,000 just by doing kind of our props betting. Matt takes it to a different level. I know he's done something around like $7,000-$8,000 last year. So it's an opportunity to make money, and it really does work. So
we're having fun watching our sports,
we having
man.
fun. Matt and I would be doing this regardless, and this is why we've decided to put it on camera.
Absolutely, man.
We call each other every single Sunday. We've been best friends for over 13 years.
Yeah,
and
we know our shit about sports.
Yeah, we know our shit about sports. We've been playing in fantasy. I've been playing fantasy for over 20 years.
Yeah,
and
I'm just about to close out first place baseball next week.
So Matt, I do some Comish leagues. I obviously do Comish leagues, and Matt and I are in 2 baseball leagues. Matt is first place in our baseball league right now, and as if he closes out October 5th on this baseball league, which it's looking like he will, he's going to get a nice $700 American bonus. I closed out last year on the baseball league. Everything's kosher, everything's clean. We're actually hella competitive against each other.
Absolutely.
Bragging rights is a huge thing amongst us that goes on for years and years and years. I remember 3 years ago when I beat Matt in the finals, and I still chirp him to this day about it.
Yeah.
So like,
it's all fun. It's all fun.
It's all
competitive
fun. It's all about sports, right? This is what sports is about.
So, big nuts on you with this Philly game. You're going ham on this one.
I like that. What are you thinking for this one?
So, I'm thinking along the same lines. A little different, though. A.J. Brown kind of ticked me off last game. So, I'm going Philly money line. I'm going... Yeah. What's the over-under for this game here? Over 44. So, they're expecting it to be somewhat high-scoring. I'm going
44. Do you not think that's a little bit low scoring though?
No, I think that's respectable for these two teams. This isn't like there's some injuries on both sides.
Yeah.
So I'm going with over 30.5 points in the game. I think that's a safe pick right there.
That's not bad, man. 30.5 is, I think they gotta hit that.
Yeah.
One of the two teams are gonna score. They're both really high scoring teams.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man. In 2022, it's just tough to find good friends. We went to high school together. We played football together. We're friends with each other's families. We just, we've been all Bonnie and Clyde since a long time. We've always been there for each other. So
Yep.
it's a nice partnership to have. There's no one else that I'd rather have in this partnership.
Yeah.
And there's no one else that Matt's helped me out with a lot of things in life, and I'm the same way with him.
There's nobody else I would go to opinions on picks for sports.
For picks, for advice,
Yeah. Safi knows this stuff.
We want to help each other grow and make money, and now we're starting to give this advice to the community because we want to help you guys make money because we're finding that we're making money for each other.
Absolutely.
So it's pretty cool.
So
thanks for joining in, Giffy. We're happy to have you part of the community. You're one of our first community members that's not local here.
Yeah.
So appreciate the follow and appreciate the sub.
Absolutely, man. We're gonna try to help you out with your fantasy, make you some money.
Let's man. We'll give a personalized approach to it as well.
So I'm going back to the well on ATN. He's still set at 2.5 receptions. I'm always gonna smash that until it goes up.
Yeah, man. And the odds is looking good on that too, right?
Yeah. I'm taking the safer pick for Philly receivers. I'm taking Goddard over 3.5 receptions. I'm taking
3.5 receptions. That's not bad, yeah.
I'm taking Jalen Hurts over 49.5 rushing yards. I'm taking Hurts over 20.5 pass completions, and I'm going Hurts over 242.5 passing yards.
So you're all in on Jalen Hurts today.
I love Jalen Hurts. He's my quarterback for fantasy.
Which one?
The league where I didn't draft, or else I would have got him from you, you bastard.
Yeah. As you can probably see in our preseason videos, some things we're doing really well on, some things I'm not doing so well on. I nailed my Jalen Hurts predictions this year.
Sir.
I knew that guy was going to do well, and he is doing well.
You didn't hit on Amon-Ra, though.
Or Mondra...
St. Brown.
Calling
him a bust at his ADP.
Oh, no.
He's looking like a top 10.
St. Brown, yeah.
He's a monster.
I know, he's a monster now, and he's looking... That one was tough.
What's our next game there, brother?
Let's go to...
So we did...
What do you want to start this one? Just because I'm redoing this ticket here. I like what you did with...
Sounds good.
I like what you did with Richie James.
This next game is the most exciting game of the week. 1 o'clock game. Buffalo, Baltimore. And
so this one is predicted to be one of the biggest games of the week, guys. If not the game of the week.
Now, this is my biggest ticket of the day, guys. So if this hits and you guys bet on my props, you're making a huge payday because this is my biggest payout. It's basically, to sum it up for you, it's a $4,500 return on a $50.
Woo!
That's how big I'm going on this one, boys and girls. So I'm going Buffalo money line. Buffalo to win this game. The over/under is 50 in this game, so they're expecting a high-scoring game. I'm not expecting that high of scoring, but I'm also not expecting a trap game. So I'm going in the middle. I'm going over 30.5 points in the game. I think that's a safe floor.
30.5, that's a safe floor, yeah.
I'm going Mark Andrews over 5.5 receptions, but I am not going over his yards.
Okay.
Because his yards are higher now. He's up against Matt Milano, a tough linebacking. I know that Buffalo's secondary is hurt, but they still have Matt Milano. He's very tight on tight ends. I'm going Stephon Diggs over 6.5 receptions. I'm going with the receptions over the yards because his yards are up again, and Marcus Peters is back. And Baltimore last week against Miami, they were good. They put extra cover on top of the receivers. They are good at that. So I'm taking the two players with their receptions, 5.5 and 6.5.
Okay.
I'm going Josh Allen over 287.5. You always gotta go. You always gotta go back to the well on these guys. I'm going Josh Allen over 37.5 pass attempts.
Yes, this guy loves the pass.
Yeah. These ones. So those are my safe picks for this game. These are my risky ones. So if you guys want to separate them, do a different parlay, or you want to go all in with me, go for it. I'm taking Devin Duvernay over 26.5 receiving yards.
Holy shit.
The guy has hit this number every game this season except for last game where he was 1 yard short. So I'm liking that consistency.
Yeah.
I'm taking Devin Singletary to score a touchdown in this game.
Oh, no.
I am.
Oh, no. So Giffy, here's the funny thing. Devin Singletary, I will not be surprised if Nat hits this entire ticket except for Devin Singletary. Because this we should call him Dingletary because this guy dingles Matt every single year.
I know. Fool me once, fool me twice.
I've seen a game last year, guys. I'll tell you a story. Story time. All right, story time by Safi.
Quick one, because we got to get through all the games here.
Nat took Devin Singletary over last year in a game, and he went under by 2 yards.
Yeah. So then the next game, I took the under.
The next game, he took the under.
And through three quarters, he had like 20 yards.
Through 3 quarters, he had no yards.
Yeah.
On no carries.
Like 10 yards.
He ran one time, and that one rush
like
went for
yards.
30 or 40 yards, and then they didn't play him again for the rest of the game. He literally checked into the game, broke Matt's ticket, and then left the game.
Yeah.
And that is pretty much, that happened to Matt with Singletary probably 6 or 7 times. I think he lost like 6 tickets just on Singletary.
Yeah.
So Devin Singletary to score a touchdown, that's crazy.
So that's why I'm never betting on his rushing yards. I'm never betting on his receiving yards.
That's on his
But what I've been seeing a trend of is when they're at the goal line, it's either Josh Allen or it's him running the ball in.
Yeah.
So I think that they're going to be at the goal line a couple times this game. So that's why I'm taking that. And my last risky pick.
Holy shit, there's more. There's more.
My last risky pick is J.K. Dobbins over 47.5 rushing and receiving yards
Woo!
in this one. Yeah. He's the only guy there right now with Lamar. Those are my picks, guys, for that game. That's
okay. Ticket. So, how much of a gambler are you? I'm going to start playing some Kenny Rogers over here.
Yeah, for real.
Here's my picks for the game, guys. A little bit more conservative. Fun game, so I got to toss a, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 proper for this game. 6 proper. Josh Allen over 24.5 completions. I think you'll get that. Josh Allen over 1.5 passing touchdowns.
Solid.
He's got to get that.
Yeah.
Mark Andrews. We're going to double. We're going to do the daily double on Mark Andrews. Over 5.5 receptions, over 65.5 receiving yards. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of advice. I am reading more and more, and I am seeing more and more that Mark Andrews is underrated. Number 1 tight end.
Yeah.
Pretty much almost 2 years in a row.
Matchup
right up
proof.
there with Kelsey.
Yeah.
Underrated.
Probably better than Kelsey this year.
Probably better than Kelsey this year.
Yeah.
Underrated.
Matchup proof.
Matchup proof.
Yeah.
Check down guy. Being used in all scenarios. Touchdown scorer. Mark Andrews is doing all the things right. But for some reason, you see Kelsey. 7.5 catches for his props. 80, 90 yards for his props. Mark Andrews, 5.5, 65 yards. Give that to me all day.
Every week so far, too.
Every week so far. And he almost nails it every week so far.
That's great advice. Take it until it goes up.
Take it until he starts going up to where Kelsey is.
Yeah, man.
He's on Kelsey's level, so why are they keeping his props low?
Agreed.
Because the community is, his props, I'm saying he's underrated for betting world. In the real world, everyone knows Mark Andrews is fantastic. But 65.5 receiving yards for a guy that's been literally the top receiver on his team for over 2 years now, I think that's pretty low. You look at Kelsey's props, and you were seeing last year, even with Hill, 7.5, 100 yards for Kelsey. That was where his props were sitting at. Mark Andrews' props is sitting about 40 yards, 20 yards on average this year, lower than Kelsey's.
Yeah.
So, and then, got to go to the well here, guys. Diggs, 84.5 receiving yards, 6.5 receptions. Yeah. He's the check down blanket. If I'm betting on Josh Allen, I'm betting on Diggs. The guy's so talented.
Yeah.
I think he maybe eclipses the 100-yard mark in this game. Ravens have been getting burnt by Waddle, Hill, these
elite wide receivers.
These elite wide receivers, because what they're doing is they're playing these cover 2 matchups, and they're having to pull down a safety to do a double coverage and a linebacker, and it actually opens up the seam in the middle. So that's great for Andrews, but it's also great for Diggs, who's one of the best route runners in the NFL, to get one of those big catches, to get some of those pepper catches.
Yeah.
So I like that one.
I like that, man, a lot.
Next game on the docket. We're going to go with, this one's going to be a little bit of a weird one. Tennessee and Titans and the Colts.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
You're not going to like this when I say this, but last year in both matchups against Tennessee, Jonathan Taylor went under 95 rushing yards. He's set at 96.5 right now. I don't think I'm going to be betting on this game, but if I were, I'd probably be taking Jonathan Taylor under. I'd also go back on the well on Michael Pittman. The guy just can't be stopped, and Tennessee's secondary blows. So I would take Pittman over his receptions and receiving yards. So if I were to take Taylor under, that would mean that I would probably have to go Ryan over something. Probably, because that's always been Safi's philosophy.
So, yeah. And just to explain this, because Matt's going to get touch on this, I have a philosophy, guys, which is if you're looking at props betting and you see the running back prop and the quarterback prop for yardage, and you think in your gut, you say, I think Jonathan Taylor's going to go under. I would say most times the quarterback's going over in yardage. Very rare that you see an entire game go through and the entire offense puts up less than 200 yards worth of yards. And if that happens, I would bet that you're just unlucky that the entire offense was so flat. So if you're really thinking that Jonathan Taylor's going to go under, you got to really believe in yourself and bet that Tannehill's going to go over. Because that means they're getting yardage somehow. They're going to end the game with probably around 300 yards, which is the base mark for an NFL team yardage per game.
Yeah.
He's probably going to go over 210 yards. Or Matt Ryan, sorry. So you got to go with... you got to play a game script in your head.
Yeah.
And then you got to take that game script, and then you got to put that onto a betting slip.
Yeah.
And that's what I do.
Yeah, that's amazing advice. You got to predict game script. Because Matt Ryan right now is at basically 240, 238.5. Is he going to hit 240 and Jonathan Taylor is going to milk 100 yards worth of clock? I doubt it.
Well, and that's the thing, right? So if you think Matt Ryan's going to go over 240, is Matt Ryan going to go hit 260 yards and you're going to bet on Jonathan Taylor to hit over 100 yards? Yeah. What, are they going to put up 400 yards on offense on the Tennessee Titans?
Yeah, for real.
Do you think that's the game script that's going to happen? Probably not. And if that does happen, then you are extremely lucky because you've now bet for 400 yards of offense from the Indianapolis Colts. So you got to really play a game script in your head. For example, is that all you have for that ticket?
Yep.
This is what I have for this ticket. Michael Pittman Jr. over 69.5 receiving yards in his receptions.
Yeah.
I've stayed away from Matt Ryan. I don't think he's going to go over the 240 passing yards. I do think Jonathan Taylor will go over 97.5 rushing yards in the math. And I do think that he is due for a 100-yard rushing game. That I'm banking on Jonathan Taylor being due for a 100-yard rushing match. He hasn't had a lot of tread on the tires so far this year. He had a game where they only ran him 13 times. He had another game where they didn't really rush him much. This could be a 20 carry game for Jonathan Taylor where he busts out just over 100 yards.
Well, Henry versus Taylor, it's going to be a lot of milking the clock for both
I also
teams,
think Henry's going to go over 72.5 rushing yards in the match just because that's so low for Henry. You got two running backs who are last year, you were looking at their props, 100, 115 for both of them. and now you're looking at a combined rushing of 160.
Yeah.
I will take that. And then I think Treylon Burks. 41.5 receiving yards in the match, 3.5 receptions in the match.
I love me some Treylon.
I think this is the game that he actually gets, four or five catches for 50 yards.
Yep.
I think the talent is there, and I'm staying away from the quarterbacks in that game. I'm betting on the stars that I think are stars, and the rest is up to the game.
That's a great ticket. That's a great ticket, man. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go and see what we have next here. We got the Chargers and the Texans. This one, to me, screams trap game.
Yeah, for sure.
This one screams don't know what the hell is going on in this game.
I'm not betting money on this one, but if I was, I had Chargers money line. They should win this one. I think Brandon Cooks is due for a rebound game.
Just to hold up here, guys, I just want to mention that it is 25-25 in the Minnesota-New Orleans games. Minnesota has the ball, 39-yard pass to Justin Jefferson, 14-yard rush from Dalvin Cook. It's a tie game right now in the fourth quarter with under a minute left.
Thank you for that update. That's huge. That's really huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go ahead. We were looking at the Texans-Chargers.
I took Chargers money line. Brandon Cooks at 62.5. It's a lot, but he hasn't done anything since week 1. Just like Jonathan Taylor, your stars, he's due for a better game today.
Yeah. Also, guys, I want to touch on that. What I mean by betting on your stars. If Brandon Cooks is sitting at 100 yards, let's say, through 3 weeks, you got to think to yourself, this is a guy that's probably going to end the season at 1,000 yards.
Mr. Consistency. He always does.
Yeah. He can't continue on this pace.
Yeah.
There has to be games where he gets 100 yards.
Yeah.
To make up for the games where he's done nothing.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of common sense that, he's not going to end the season with 300 yards. So that a 100-yard game is coming up. 3 weeks in a row, if he doesn't hit it, that one is due relatively soon. Whether it be this week, whether it be next week, matchup proof, it doesn't matter. One way or another, he's going to have to get some yardage to make up for his end season ADP, which players usually hover around unless they're like massively busted or massively boomed.
That's a very good point. I like... For the quarterbacks, I like Davis Mills. He's pretty consistent. He's like Flacco. He's not flashy, but he's consistent.
Nice.
I'll take him over 21.5 pass completions. I like Herbert over 1.5 passing touchdowns. I think 272.5 is a lot for Herbert. I know they're playing Houston, but I agree with Safi. I think this is feeling more of a trap game, kind of. Herbert's still not 100%. Keenan Allen's not back. I don't know on that one, man. Those are my picks for that one. I'm not betting on that game, but those would be my picks for that game.
Yeah. This is what I would do for this game here, guys. That's pretty good, Matt. I'm taking the Herbert over, and I'll tell you why. I don't think he's 100%. Keenan Allen's still out. But I saw a weird stat, which is Austin Eckler is actually predicted for 50 yards receiving this match. Not sure why. He's usually hovering around 24, 25. He's also prop set at 5.5. Usually when the betting world has these props set that high, he usually is hovering around pretty close, and he's being pretty close to that.
Yeah.
I'm also taking Dameon Pierce over 64.5 rushing yards. I'm taking Mike Williams over 58.5 receiving yards, and his receptions over 4.5. And then I'm doubling up on Brandon Cooks as well.
Ooh,
I think he's due. So that's a pretty decent one, Gareth.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're gonna go next into what are we thinking here?
The Cowboys game.
Yeah, so we got the Cowboys next.
Cowboys and the Commanders. Now, I might redo mine. I just put this down as just some little notes, but Michael Gallup's back this game. His reception total is only 2.5. I put him down But now I'm starting to rethink. I'm like, maybe he doesn't get as many reps. Noah Brown's more involved now. Schultz is back. CeeDee Lamb set at 5.5. That one's kind of scary. I might take that one off.
I would stay away personally from. I would stay away personally from that guy, just because he's fresh off an injury.
Yeah.
And I don't like when people are fresh off an injury to kind of jump on it.
Yeah.
What was I thinking for that one there?
I like Mr. Consistency, Curtis Samuel. He seems to be the PPR guy on that team, the Wentz trust. So at 4.5 receptions, I'm going back to the well on Curtis Samuel. He didn't let me down last week or the week before that. Carson Wentz, he's pretty brutal, and he's always lying on the ground, it seems. But he is consistent when it comes to completions. Even when his team's getting blown out, like against the Eagles, he still came back and threw over 21 pass completions. So I'm going back to the well on his pass completions at 21.5. And Mr. Cooper Rush, probably his last week or second last week as quarterback, he's been consistent, man. And at 230.5, I don't think that's a bad number for him, to be honest.
Yeah, it's going to be close, though. I think it's going to be around 10 yards away.
Yeah.
I stayed away from that. I think those are great picks, Matt. I went a little bit different route. I went CeeDee Lamb. I doubled up on the 5.5, 62.5. Mm-hmm. I doubled up on Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, McLaughlin.
And then I also took the Carson Wentz passing yards over. Just because it's a nice, juicy number. It's only 5 more than Cooper Rush, and I think Carson Wentz is having a bigger season right now. Terry McLaurin is actually set at 3.5 receptions in the match, and I think that's a very juicy number. I think that's better than what you can normally expect. Mm-hmm. Next game, we got Detroit Lions and the Seahawks. This one, it's not too
exciting.
It's not too exciting, and I'm not too thrilled about betting on this one, actually. But I'll give you my picks regardless.
Sounds good, man.
I have 3. Jamal Williams over 67.5 rushing yards. They're probably going to rush him 20 times. DK Metcalf over 60.5 receiving yards. Come on, man. DK, you got to get 100 yards from me, man. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite receivers. Mm-hmm. And over 2.5 field goals. Why not? I'm going to pull the dainty ticket on this one.
I love it. I'm staying away from that game because it's a boring game. No DeAndre Swift, no Amon-Ra St. Brown, no DJ Chark. If anything, I would take maybe Goff under passing yards, if I'm being honest with you. And for Seattle, I'd be going to the well on DK Metcalf as well. Maybe Rashard Penny has a decent game.
Just in, guys. The game is 28-25 for the Saints versus the Vikings. I just want to note right now, live speaking, that I bet on this game this morning. I couldn't give you guys my picks because it was a 9 a.m. game, and Matt and I usually release this 15 minutes before game time. We're going to try and do it a little bit earlier. But I've hit on my ticket. Nice. So I went with Dalvin Cook over 65.5 rushing yards. I went for Justin Jefferson over 87.5 receiving yards. I went for Justin Jefferson over 6.5 receptions.
I
went for Kirk Cousins over 253 passing yards. And I went for Chris Olave, who just got a 32-yard catch to cash in my ticket. If you did a $20 bet on that ticket, that would have netted you at least a $280 return.
That's big. Congratulations.
That's live speaking there, guys.
We've won 5 or 6 tickets so far in the last 4 weeks.
If you did a $100 bet on that ticket that I just closed out there, you would have netted a $1,300 return.
That's big.
So that is pretty cool. So I'm having a good day so far.
Good start to the day, my friend.
Good start for the day. A nice 9 a.m. one to just close it out.
That's cool.
That's cool. What's up, baby.
That's what's up.
That is what's up. You know what?
I love it. There we go, guys.
It's nice to have that.
If y'all like money, tune in to Sports Scholars. Apparently, we make lots of it here. I love it, man.
So,
what are we looking at next? Arizona, Carolina Panthers. In the afternoon slate, 4 o'clock games.
Yeah, so we got Arizona, Carolina Panthers. I've said it once, I will say it 100 times. I don't like Baker Mayfield as a quarterback.
And I'm disliking Kyler Murray every single week too.
Every week, Kyler Murray is getting worse and worse.
It's brutal.
This guy's gone from like 279 passing yards last year to 258 to 242 to 235.5 is what we're seeing today.
Yeah.
It's just getting worse and worse when it comes to this guy.
Yeah.
Good Lord, man. I don't even want to go near the quarterback props.
No.
The only thing that I want to go near is Christian McCaffrey over 91.5 receiving and rushing, but he's injured.
He's injured.
I don't really want to go near this either because they're probably, as much as McCaffrey likes to say, they put him on the injury list as soon as he takes a piss, which is what he said. I disagree, man. I think they're going to load management him this game.
Yeah.
Chuba's a good backup. He's also a Canadian boy, so... I love me some Chuba Hubbard. God, man.
I'm staying away from this game.
I'm kind of staying away from this game. The only thing that I like on this game is sacks over 4.5. That's a juicy one.
Yeah.
Good Lord. I'm going to look at receiving.
Is there anything you like there?
I mean, Greg Dortch is set at 29.5 receiving.
The Dortch.
Marquise Brown is set at 57.5. I guess I could rock that.
Yeah.
And then rock him on his... 5.5 receptions is a little much for me.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Maybe DJ Moore return game at 53.5 receiving yards.
Mm.
But Baker's just such an incompetent passer, man.
Yeah.
He's so incompetent. I mean, you look at the match total props, team total props. Maybe
field goals. Ain't a bad one in this one.
Yeah, maybe field goals is not a bad one.
This is just a boring game. Like, I wouldn't even like the under on Baker Mayfield because he sucks so bad.
Yeah, I don't like this game, guys. I might not even bet on it because I probably don't even watch it.
Yeah.
So I might stay away from that game. And sometimes you got to do that. You can't bet on every single game, guys.
Unless you're up big.
I am. Look at that. Yeah.
Congratulations, my friend. That's a good start to the day. Broncos Raiders. Who are you liking in this one?
Broncos Raiders. We're looking at. All right. So Devontae Adams. Can you trust this guy, man?
No.
85.5. That's a lot.
And he's still at 7.5 receptions.
7.5 receptions and 85.5. This is getting a little ridiculous.
Has he even hit that since week 1?
What do you have? 12 yards last week?
Yeah, like.
Who's he facing this week? Oh wait.
Patrick Surtain. One of the best corners, young corners.
One of the best pass defenses in the NFL.
Yeah.
How are you going to put this guy at 100 yards guaranteed?
Yeah.
This guy's got a higher prop setting than Justin Jefferson.
What's going on here? Seriously.
Come on, guys.
This ain't Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams anymore.
Come on.
Now Mac Hollins is the new Devontae Adams coming out.
Cortland Sutton, 69.5?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. I'd be more leaning towards the Jerry Jeudy under 50 there.
I like Jared Jeudy at 3.5 receptions.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
All right.
I like his yardage and his receptions.
I like his yardage at 45.5. Fuck, man. Adams is going to trap me tonight just because I like him so much.
Yeah.
I guarantee you this guy's going to make me bet on him. You know?
Well, I'll tell you my kryptonite. The guy who's going to screw me, who I always go back to, Javonte Williams.
Yeah, Javonte Williams. You going to do his rushing and receiving?
Rushing and receiving.
Rushing and receiving?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad one.
He's going to screw me, but
all right, guys, you know what? Russell Wilson.
Oh, man.
241.5. We're going to go over on the Russell Wilson.
Yeah, remember the days when Russell was like 265?
Remember the days where Russell Wilson could pass the ball?
Yeah.
Now,
I love me Russ.
You get Russell and he's like, first wide receiver, throw it away.
Yeah.
First wide receiver, second check, throw it away.
For real.
Literally just doesn't, like, he's lost his touch. $250 million, by the way. So it pays.
And 2 first-round picks and 3 roster players for him. Ouch.
So always remember, kids, just have a good history of what you do in life, and you can be shit later on, and they'll still pay you good money. So,
I love that.
That's not too bad.
So you're going Russ Wilson over?
Yeah, I'll go Russ Wilson over.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. Ooh.
I'm going field goals on this one.
Field goals? Yeah.
McManus and Carlson. Yeah, they're gonna kick field goals.
I mean, Nathaniel Hackett's gonna call a field goal from 70 yards one day.
Oh, 100%.
You know, he's gonna. I think field goals over 2.5 is a great one as well because you got Carlson and you got McManus. They're two of the best kickers in the league. So I do like that one.
Yeah.
I would double that one up with the Patriots game because I'm going to watch the Patriots games tonight. It is the Patriots versus the Packers. I don't know if you guys know this, but my girlfriend is a Packers fan, and she is a huge Rodgers fan. She's gonna cry when he retires. I'm a huge Patriots fan. This would be a game that we probably wanted to go to, but things just got way too busy for us.
So what are we looking at?
What are we looking at here? Brian Hoyer is the starting quarterback, by the way.
Yes. Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers said a 227.5. That's because Aaron Rodgers likes to dilly-daddle around the field for fucking an hour before he decides to pass the ball.
I just want to point out, did you see that comment Mac Jones made about he's flexing that he's stronger than the normal human being? He was like, yeah, anybody else that had my kind of injury, they'd probably be getting surgery and they'd be out, but like I'm too strong for that, so I don't need surgery. It's like, come on, man.
Oh, whatever.
I love him. I love Mac Jones.
Yeah, I like Mac
Big
Jones.
flex.
I like Mac Jones. You know what though?
He's a fighter.
This is what I will say about Mac Jones saying that. Me personally, and I don't know if this is true or not, I respect quarterbacks that play through these injuries that kind of do it. I respect them a lot because you're getting paid millions and millions of dollars, and sometimes there's nothing more than I hate as a fantasy lover. Obviously, playing Tua, that's not cool, right? Head injury, like get me away from that. I don't want anyone on the field with a head injury. It's not worth your ability to function, motor functions later on in life to play a game for money.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Yeah.
However, I do respect the players that have these minor injuries and play through it and do their rehab process and don't take tons of weeks off. It is a sense of pride for these players because there's nothing that I hate more. And I will use this as an example because we are sports scholars here, than a baseball player taking 7 weeks off the season because you have a fucking blister.
Yeah.
What sort of blister are you having where you're taking 7 weeks off the season?
That's a deep cut.
What is your hand on fire? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I see it all the time in baseball. They have minor injuries and they take weeks and weeks off and they're getting paid $200,000 a day to take these weeks off.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just ignorant and I'm not, a professional baseball player and it's affecting them more than... But it doesn't look good when I see it on my fantasy app, blister, and he's out for 7 weeks.
Yeah.
These football players, they're getting big-time injuries. These quarterbacks, they're going out there to lead their team. Mac Jones is a warrior, so
I'm not going to give him too much flack. I'm
not going to give him too much flack on that.
When it comes to the committees here, in regards to rushing, would you be taking Dillon over Jones or Harris over Ramondre?
What am I looking at?
What
am I looking at? So we got Damian Harris at 50.5. We got Ramondre Stevenson at 45.5. We got AJ Dillon at 54.5. We got Aaron Jones at 56.5. Well, fucking toss it on red or black for that, guys.
Yeah,
because
for
who
real.
knows what the fuck is going to happen
For
this game.
real, man.
Seriously.
Same as the receivers. Like, you don't know if Dobbs is the guy now, Lazard, Tanyan, Hoyer. That's just, man. I'm taking Green Bay money line, which isn't a good odds, but you got to take Green Bay. I would take probably Lazard as a safe pick over 37.5. I'm staying away from the running backs. The quarterbacks, 227.5 for Rodgers is not a lot. I think he should get that.
Yeah. Okay, guys, so this is what I'm doing. I'm going Doubs. I'm going to double up on Doubs. Actually, not double up on Doubs. I'm just going to go Doubs over 3.5 receiving. I'm going to go Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Is Jair Alexander in?
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
I'm going that, and I'm probably going. I think you got to take Aaron Jones.
Mm-hmm.
I think I take Aaron Jones over 56.5
Yeah.
rushing yards.
Yeah.
And I think I take Aaron Rodgers over 227.5
Big.
Passing yards.
Big.
And I think that's I gotta do a Patriots one just because I am a Patriots fan, so I have to risk it for the biscuit here. For Patriots fans out there,
Yeah.
I have to go with Devontae Parker over 38.5 receiving yards.
So you're betting on him to be Hoyer's guy for the next couple weeks, eh?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So
Big Sunday nighter, buddy.
yeah, big Sunday nighters. Chiefs Buccaneers.
Rematch of the Super Bowl.
Yeah. How many over under on? So I got some pretty risky ones here. I got 2 tablets broken for Tom Brady. You know.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go the over under on tablets broken. For
Over
Tom
1.5 tablets broken.
Yeah.
I like it.
0 for Mahomes. Interestingly enough.
Oh.
I don't know why Brady's acting this way. He's acting a little strange in his later years. I've been a Brady fan my whole life.
Yeah.
And I've always appreciated his will for competitiveness. I've always appreciated himself as a leader.
Yeah.
What I've respected and appreciated the most out of Brady's leadership role and out of Brady's approach to the game is that he does so relatively remaining clean for over 20 years, not having a diva outlook about him, being the best in the world, and not being this way. Mm-hmm. And now it's really weird in his final years that he's yelling at his teammates on the field. Like, I've always seen him yell a little bit, but like now he's like yelling between plays, smashing tablets. Like, playoff games, sure. Like, game losing season, sure. Come on, Brady, you're 2-1. Like, you know,
guy's patience level
he's
dwindling
getting
in
a
his
little
old
grumpy
age.
in his older ages, and I get it, man.
Yeah.
I get it. Just getting older out there. Love the guy, Brady. Come on, man. Pull together. Let's win some football games. Let's see you go right off into the sunset.
Yep.
You are my favorite quarterback since I was a kid. I want it to continue that way. Don't turn into an Aaron Rodgers. You don't need to be in the headlines.
Nice. So all hands are on deck. Godwin is back. Julio Jones is back. Mike Evans is back. Russell Gage is back. So he's got all of his weapons today. Therefore, his quarterback props has skyrocketed, or his passing yards has skyrocketed up to a respectable 270.5. I like Mahomes over 262.5. I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball much against Tampa Bay. The pass completions is kind of rough. I like Mahomes over 1.5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
There's nothing right now for the receiver receptions, only Kansas City guys. Kelsey has screwed me the last 2 weeks I bet on him. He's still at 6.5, even though he hasn't reached that number in a couple games, which is stupid. They should be bringing that number down at least. And he's at 68.5 receiving yards.
Yeah.
Do I dare go down that well again on Travis Kelsey? I don't want to this game.
Fuck it, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this game, guys, I think it's going to be a quarterback game to bet on. I think you're betting on the over on the Mahomes. I think you're betting on the over on the passing touchdowns for Brady.
Yeah.
Maybe over on passing touchdowns for Mahomes, both over 1.5, both hitting that too. I think you can do some cool things and do pass attempts over 36.5 for Brady. And I think you just to be a little bit, a little bit sneaky there, you can toss in a rushing and receiving yards for Clyde, or you can No, I wouldn't do it.
I would say if you
I
want,
would stay away from that. The Buccaneers is too good.
I would say if you want to be really
If
ballsy,
you want to be nice and sneaky, you toss in a Mike Evans. You toss in a Chris Godwin.
Yeah.
I think you take one of those players.
I would say if you want to be really ballsy, you could take Clyde Edwards-Helaire under rushing yards, considering that he's in a 3-man committee and he doesn't run the ball well to begin with.
Yeah.
But that's just me, guys.
And all right, we got 10 minutes till kickoff on all the games, so let's run this one out real quick.
Absolutely.
LA Rams 49ers.
Oh boy, this is going to be a great game. Two great defenses. Right now, I like the odds. No, actually, I don't really. There's only Cooper Kupp
this
out
one
right
here,
now.
guys, like the odds are going to change a lot because between today and tomorrow, things are going to change.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go ahead.
I don't really see anything worthwhile right now. There's only receptions. There's only 2 players, Higbee and Kupp. Kupp 7.5. Might get that. I don't know. His yardage at 93.5, so it's not 100 anymore. You know, he's due for another consistent game. I don't even know who to pick on the money line in this one. I would have to think about this game, guys. I don't want to give you guys any definite picks because I don't want to screw anybody over. I need to do some more research. That's on me.
Yeah, guys. I mean, the Mondays and the Thursday nighters. What you guys can do actually, if reach out to us on social media if you're putting together a Thursday night or Monday night ticket. Write to us on Twitter. Write to us on YouTube.
We'll post our props on Twitter.
I'll be happy to give you guys personalized advice while we're still small here, and give you guys some advice on those tickets because they're gonna change. Matt and I are both going to end up doing last-second tickets. I promise you that.
Yeah.
And we have been hitting a lot on these 9 a.m., these Monday nights, these Thursday night games. So I know you guys probably want some picks for that, but it wouldn't be fair to us to give us props now because you might end up changing that ticket, and the odds might end up changing on you, which is even worse.
That's right.
So
that's great advice.
Just reach out to us, guys. We'll be happy to help you out. All right, Matt, and we're just going to finish up kind of our game slates. We didn't do our 4 p.m. games predictions just because I got caught running errands for my girlfriend. What's new? Okay. Let's go through it. You got Arizona Panthers. What do we think?
I think we already talked about this is going to be a boring game. Kyler Murray. For some reason, they can never beat Carolina, so I wouldn't be surprised if Carolina beats them today. McCaffrey's playing injured.
Yeah.
Receivers, you can't trust anybody on Carolina. Arizona, you can probably trust Marquise Brown. That's about it. Hopkins is due back in a week or 2.
Yeah. I think Arizona takes this game, guys.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see headlines in 2 weeks from now.
Yep.
Mayfield, not the answer.
Yeah. Sam
Surprise!
Darnold, come back. Let's
Surprise!
go. Yep.
We knew this.
Yeah.
We knew this.
Yeah.
OBJ proved this.
Yeah.
Maybe not in the best way. He had his dad post videos of all the throws that Mayfield missed.
Yeah.
But then he went and won a championship.
Yeah.
Literally right after leaving. We've discovered the holy grail of knowledge. Baker Mayfield is not very good.
He's brutal. I don't want to spend too much time on that game.
Broncos Raiders, sick game. I think this game's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be fun. I think you're going to be seeing Russell Wilson get some revenge. I think you're going to be seeing the Raiders get some revenge. I think that the Raiders come away with it.
Yeah, the Raiders can't go 0-4, man.
The Raiders come away with it, and I think Nathaniel Hackett, a couple weeks before he's on the chopping block, and he's gone.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be another play-calling mistake by him. He's going to do some sort of stupid gaffe, whether it be like running the ball with the clock down or missing a timeout. He's like 3 for 3 for messing up games right now. I think 100%. He's going to mess up another one.
100%.
It might not be as blatantly obvious as like kicking the ball 70 yards with 3 timeouts, but I think it's going to be crazy.
Patriots, Packers, I don't care.
This is going to be one of the most boring games I've ever experienced.
At Lambeau, no Mac Jones, a backup old quarterback. I don't care how good Bill Belichick is at game scheming. He's not going to be able to beat the Green Bay Packers.
I think realistically the Packers win.
Yeah.
I'd love to say the Patriots win, but with Hoyer versus Rodgers, I mean, that's just like... You know, that's like mini wheats versus no name.
Oh,
You know what I mean? So
yeah, pretty
I
much.
think
Apples to oranges.
Oh
so
fuck! I hate. I want the Patriots to win, guys, but I think the Packers are gonna win.
they're not the Patriots of old.
I
They're
do
not the
think though
Giants.
it would be sweet to be at that game. But if I was at that game, I'd want Mac Jones to be playing.
Yeah,
Because I do believe myself in some Mac Jones.
me too. I love the guy. Chiefs, Bucs. Do the Chiefs get revenge from the Super Bowl, or did they lose this one?
I think the Chiefs take this one.
They lost last week to the Colts. Your bold prediction upset.
I think the Chiefs take this one.
I think so too.
I think you see Brady starting to get really annoyed.
Yep.
You know, Mahomes, nice calm demeanor,
Yep.
settling down the pocket.
Yep.
Everyone's kind of coming back from an injury with Brady.
Yep.
I think it's going to be a close game, but I think the Chiefs come away with it. New blood versus old blood. Brady's going to have to grind a little bit harder this year than he's used to secure that number 1 seed.
Yeah.
And then we got the
Rams 49ers.
49ers.
Garoppolo sucks. Stafford's better. I'm taking Rams on this one.
Taking Rams.
Yeah.
Let's go Stafford.
Yep.
One of my favorite quarterbacks. Top 5 in terms of personality, in terms of work ethic.
Yep.
Terms of what this guy's done for the game. Garoppolo, very good backup. I
Good
think
backup,
I think
that's
the
what he is.
49ers hit the nail on the head. They wanted him in a backup role for this reason, and they have him in a backup role.
Yeah.
That guy's a proven winner. But I don't think he's a proven... I don't think he's going to do really well against the Rams. In fact, I think you can finally chalk him up if you're going back on that ticket tomorrow. Take a look at what the sacks are.
Mm-hmm.
I think the sacks is going to be something to look at. For
Bosa, Donald, yeah, that'd
Bosa,
be a good prop.
yeah.
That'd be a good prop.
So,
right there.
that's what we got on the docket today. I want to do a shout out to Jiffy Cool for tuning in and
That's
to giving
awesome,
us some
man.
reviews.
Really
We
appreciate you. If you have any
the,
questions, fantasy or whatever, just post it.
follow and the subs. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And
Let's
that
go,
wraps
guys.
it up, guys. Another episode of Sports Talk.
Week 4. Let's go. Let's get it going.
DraftKings scored by so close.